never ends.
You know what they say about people who talk to themselves?
Well, they're wrong.
I never put much stock in they either. In fact, I've always wondered who they really were.
I got this picture of a bunch of old men sitting around a table trying to make up rules about human behavior.
Kind of like the Supreme Court.
They aren't all old men anymore.
No, they're not, are they? Especially Justice O'Connor, I suppose. She would be very understanding because she's a woman and she's fair. You have nothing to be upset about because Leo Mitchell is locked up in prison in Mexico.
Yes. I just wish I could believe that was the end of it.
Thank you. I don't know why, I'm just so thirsty.
So, what were you thinking about just then?
Oh, how good this was going to taste.
Well, if you don't want to tell me about it, that's fine.
I was just staring at the waves, Ethan. Nothing more profound. What's wrong?
Everything's fine.
I wish I could believe that.
Why shouldn't you?
Because we've always been able to talk to each other before.
Before today? Before, we moved to Santa Barbara?
I don't know when things started to change, but I just feel like you're shutting me out.
Well, you know how it feels. That's how I've been feeling ever since the night the fog rolled in. That's when things changed. That's when we lost.
What did we lose?
Oh, why don't you tell me?
Meyson. Hi. I've had all the locks changed.
Great.
I had the entire place swept for bugs. I also changed the code for downloading our computer. And I had the telephone company change the number of our modem system.
Sounds like you've thought about just about everything.
Well, I always say that you can never be overly cautious.
Yeah, we're going to have to keep security tight until we find out just who our corporate spy is. Certainly not anybody in our firm. I'm still convinced it's probably somebody in the home office.
Any ideas yet?
No, not yet. I just wish I'd called you from Tokyo sooner so we could have put these plans in action. I'm afraid we've lost a lot of time.
Well, what's our next step?
Well, somebody's paying a lot of money for inside information on Capital Enterprises. If I can find out who that someone is, then we'll know who's behind the takeover attempt.
Anyone in mind?
Nope, not yet. But it must be somebody who's already pretty firmly established. Somebody with the resources and power to play this game thinking they can win.
I'm sorry this is so frustrating for you, Meyson.
What's frustrating is that no matter what happens, it's going to cost the company millions of dollars, and in the worst-case scenario, we could wind up losing control of the company altogether. But I suppose I should be grateful that we discovered the leak when we did. At least I have the advantage of knowing that someone's out there trying to take over.
Do you think you can stop it?
I feel confident I can end this thing before it gets ugly.
Huh. Millions and millions of dollars, and the man puts it into the hands of his children.
C.C. Capwell must be a great believer in heredity.
Based on what? I mean, his oldest daughter ran a restaurant, and the younger one worked for her mother. We're talking about two total neophytes running a major corporation, and now they're both out of town.
Who's in charge?
I'm surprised Capwell didn't turn the reins over to his youngest son.
Ted?
Yeah. None of our sources seem to be able to figure out what the hell he does. So, that leaves Meyson in charge of Capwell Enterprises. Couldn't have planned it better myself. The old man's company is in the hands of an alcoholic. Now, with a little help from Lisa, this is going to play right into my hand.
There's something different about this takeover.
Oh, they're all different.
No, this one seems almost personal.
You lose objectivity when it's personal, Renfield. But it is always intimate. Kind of like making love with a woman.
Yeah, well, this woman prefers silk sheets to flow charts. I I suppose C.C. Capwell's company is definitely in the hands of two beautiful women.
Definitely.
But can they type?
So what do you think? Does this give me the proper professional aura?
It's fine.
How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm just a little scared.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If that man has done anything to Cruz...
Hey, listen to me. Mephisto's no fool. Now, he may have all the police in his back pocket, but even they will only go so far.
I hope you're right.
My guess that he's probably up there in that castle someplace.
Yeah.
So I guess I can head out.
Wait. Your tie's crooked.
Yeah?
Yeah. Don't know how to dress yourself.
It's all right to be scared.
We just have to think the way Cruz does. We've got to just do everything the way that he would do it, okay?
And we will.
Rick, what's going on?
Let's go on the cruise, Eden. We can still get away from all of this.
Laura, I told you I've got too many things to do.
Can't your work wait? We really need some time alone together.
If I thought you really meant that, I'd drop everything I say.
I do mean it.
Why should I believe you? It's been one lie after the next for how long now?
On both our parts.
What are you talking about?
I know there's something going on that you're not sharing with me. Isn't that the same thing as a lie?
Let's get back to the office.
No, you can't just leave things like this.
Why not? You haven't been honest with me in weeks. What's a few more hours or days gonna matter?
I don't want this to go on.
Then you stop it. You tell me the truth about Michael Donnelly. Tell me the truth about Leo Mitchell. You know, we talk around this issue and we always end up getting nowhere, and it's making me sick.
Ethan, I love you. In spite of everything, you must still know that. I'd do anything for you.
I've never loved anyone the way I love you, Laura. And I'd do anything. Anything. And that's what makes the lies so painful.
I somehow got myself convinced that if I could just get Leo out of the picture, everything would go back to normal.
That isn't the case.
Ever since Laura came to town, I've been avoiding the real issue. I thought my state of mind was because of what happened to Jamie or the incident with Leo, but what's really been haunting me, and the one thing I could have done something about, was losing Laura.
And now it's too late because she's married to Ethan.
Yeah.
Are you going to be all right about Laura?
I don't know, I don't have much choice, do I?
Then Ethan still doesn't know about you?
No.
Or Jamie either? It must be very difficult for her to keep a secret like that.
Well, maybe someday that's her decision, not mine.
So what do you think? Isn't it time you got on with your life, maybe, huh?
Am I the only misguided soul you have to put back on track today?
You're the only one left. I mean, Mason's doing fine on his own.
Aren't you happy about that?
Sure, I'm happy about that. I'm just so used to taking care of everybody. I don't know when to stop, even when they don't need me to.
Mason still needs you. So do I.
It's exhausting saving the world. What do I do for an encore?
No, you didn't have to rush down here. We've got everything under control.
Oh, it didn't sound that way when I talked to Eden on the phone yesterday.
Oh, what? Because you found out that I was here? I mean, what, you don't trust me?
My coming down here had nothing to do with you, Rick. I didn't even know that you were here. I came down because I thought that Eden needed me. Isn't that why you're here? Because your father and your brother need you?
I came down because I wanted to find out what was going on.
Can't you even admit that you care, just like I do?
Hey, I thought you were supposed to be downstairs 5 minutes ago.
Your sister is a real slave driver, Kelly, I'm telling you.
I think you should not keep Miss Figueroa waiting.
I will handle Miss Figueroa just fine. See you both later.
Who's Miss Figueroa?
The architect of the Magic Castle.
Eden, what's going on around here? Magic castles and a magician that kidnaps people?
Yeah, I know about that, okay? We just don't know anything except that Dr. Mephisto is probably the one who's behind all of this.
You mean he really calls himself Mephisto?
I think it's a stage name. All we know is that this Mephisto guy evidently has Cruz and his father locked up in a castle.
I don't understand. All of this has happened because you wanted to reunite Cruz with his father?
Sort of. You see, I think that Mephisto had a problem with Cruz's father, and we just sort of showed up at the wrong time.
Well, maybe it was the right time.
Well, all I know is that it's my fault, and we've got to find him.
We will. So where do we start?
I don't know. It depends on Rick. You know, after everything that happened in Paris, I cannot believe that I'm counting on him. But I have to.
What happened to my son?
Who?
Stop it. You know Cruz was here.
Well, that's certainly news to me. Why would I know anything about your son, Raphael?
You know, Mephisto. Just...
You should take better care of yourself, my friend. Well, you haven't touched any of the wonderful meals that I've sent in to you.
That's because I know better than accepting anything that you offer me, Mephisto.
Now, why would I want to poison you? If I wanted you dead, you'd be dead. But a dead man cannot give me the secrets that I want.
The secrets will die with me, huh?
I don't think so. You're not a strong man. You never have been. Why should you change now? Isn't it delicious?
No, thank you. Like I said, I will eat nothing that you offer me.
Well, if you don't eat, there are other people who might well starve.
All right, Mephisto. Let's hear the new big threat now.
I think you should reconsider. I really think you should reconsider. But you must use your astute powers of deduction and think about the consequences. And when you do, maybe you'll change your mind about giving me the secrets that I want.
No chance. Wait a minute. My son. He's here, isn't he? You've got Cruz prisoner, too.
Meeting hubby for a little late lunch, I see.
Hello, Gina. Goodbye, Gina.
Would you like a little piece of advice? No. It seems to me that Mason's spending an awful lot of time with that bimbo secretary of his. I don't think that short's hands are long suit, do you?
That bimbo secretary happens to be my secretary as well. And I think she's excellent.
I think you'd be much better off with an older, homelier type. Mason may be off the sauce, but I doubt he's changed his genes.
Butt out of my life. Stick to your singing.
Can't. No, it's busting out all those beautiful ballads just blew out.
Shoot. And it was the one thing you actually did well.
No, there's a lot of others. Just ask your husband.
You have a nice chat with Gina.
It's an unfortunate thing that she's such an unpleasant person. So, any news?
Nothing concrete.
Excuse me.
Hi, Sandra.
Hi, Julia. I just need to talk to Mason for a minute.
If you're looking for legal counsel, our firm's not interested.
No, I was hoping you'd want to hear what I have to say since your family doesn't seem to care.
Does that surprise you?
Give her a chance, Mason.
I've been having images about Capital Enterprises.
What sort of images?
I sense there's a great deal of turmoil in the near future for your company.
Well, you don't need a crystal ball to see that. Do you have anything a little more concrete?
I don't yet.
Yes, well, this is all very fascinating, Sandra.
Look, Mason, I can help you. I mean, there's a very important person who is interested in Capital Enterprises.
Well, that's not a big surprise either. There are always a great many important people interested in companies like Capital Enterprises. Now, if you don't mind, we'd like to order lunch.
You don't understand. My images will become clearer, and I can be a great help to you because I can consult you. I can let you know what they're up to so that you can prepare for it.
Sandra, I don't think this is a great time.
And there won't be a time, Sandra, because we're not interested.
But the danger to your company...
Look, Mr. Capello said he wasn't interested, okay? And this is very rude of you to interrupt his lunch like this. If you would like to ride,
He really was very different in school.
a certain...
Yeah, well, people change when they get these powers.
That'd be great. Otherwise, just leave me alone, please.
Can I talk to you for a minute or two?
About what?
Well, Mason may not be interested in what you have to say, but I am.
Why?
Well, let's just say wherever the Capwell name is concerned, I'm interested. I'd like to know who this important person is that's interested in Capital Enterprises.
Oh, in an assault like this, Renfield, patience is leverage. It's almost like a seduction.
Back to the boardroom, not the bedroom theory.
Well, most takeovers have all the elements of fine romance.
I'll take your word for it.
Oh, you can do better than that.
Thanks, but I'm looking for a different kind of merger.
Well, watch this one carefully, Renfield. You'll learn.
No doubt in my mind.
And now I am off to lunch.
Is it smart for you to be seen in public? We could order room service if you want your presence here to be kept a secret.
Look, secrecy in a hotel like this just draws attention, don't you think? And besides, who in this town is going to recognize me?
True. Enjoy your lunch.
Oh, well, thank you, Renfield. I intend to.
Robert? Oh, I should hope not.
Hi.
Hi. Good run?
Bit of a better. Want to sit down?
No, of course not.
How are you?
Fine.
You want to try that again? Or am I supposed to buy that and just move on?
Buy it and move on.
Okay. Is Ethan being any more compassionate?
Keep moving. That's a tough one to answer.
I don't see why. Is he giving any support?
I have lied to the man since the first day I met him. We have been married all these years, and I have kept the most significant event of my life secret from him. I am the last person to judge who's being supportive in this relationship.
Well, you got a chance to change that. Are you too used to all this guilt?
I can't answer that. I tried to get Ethan to go away on the boat. I thought maybe if we spent some time together. But I've realized that time isn't going to change anything.
What do you want to change?
Where do you want me to start?
How about the future? Because you really got a chance to move on here.
I wish I felt that way. You know, Leo may finally be gone, but I still feel like that whole time of my life is hanging over me.
Maybe because it is.
What?
Maybe I'm the problem.
I wish I could blame you. That would certainly make things easier for me, but I can't do that. What do we have to do, Michael? I mean, there's got to be some way we can put this behind us and just go on.
Maybe the reason we can't is because there's a part of both of us that doesn't want to move on.
Maybe. And I guess wherever Leo is, he's still going to be up here in our heads. And he's going to stay there until we do something to push him out.
What do you mean? Wherever Leo is. He's in jail in Juarez. That's what the police said. What, you know something different?
No, of course not. I didn't mean anything different. I was just trying to make a point.
The castle on the hill is a very stunning, very original piece of architecture.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Castillo.
And I must admit, finding out that it was designed by such a young and beautiful architect, I'm very surprised.
Why were you surprised?
Don't get me wrong, it's just that there's something about the texture, about the detail, suggests a wealth of experience. And now, upon meeting you, at any rate, I had to talk to you about building my new home in Santa Barbara.
Yes, you mentioned that on the phone. Now, are you still interested in the same style as the castle?
Possibly. Yes, possibly. I'm very appreciative that you came down here on such a short notice.
Well, it's my pleasure.
Would it be possible to see some more of these designs? Could I look through it?
Of course.
Great. Here you go. Yeah. Very impressive, all of this. And even though the styles vary, there's a definite theme.
Well, not many people are aware enough to recognize that.
Would it be possible for me to look at these overnight?
No. I did that once before. And even though I didn't get the commission, the basics of 3 of my designs were copied.
I see. Yes, I can surely understand your reluctance. I guess you're just going to have to put up with my company while I look these over.
Well, I don't mind.
Neither do I. Some more champagne, Miss Figueroa.
Sarita.
Sarita.
Why should I tell you anything? A lot of reasons. First of all, I can make it worth your while.
I can't trust you. You have a worse reputation in this town for making trouble than I do.
Right. We'll make the perfect team.
I understand your feelings about Sandra, but maybe if she does know something, why not use her?
The last thing we need is somebody else involved in this, especially somebody as unstable as your friend Sandra.
You think you can handle it alone?
Yep, and if I make all the right moves, I just might be able to turn the tables on whoever's behind this and wind up owning them.
You're fighting to maintain control of this company. This is no time to get greedy.
Oh, I'm not greedy. I'm just confident. In fact, I haven't been this confident in a long, long time. I can't wait to meet our adversary. Is, something wrong, Lisa?
No, I remembered I have so much work that I have to do back at the office. Having those locks installed, I just got a little bit behind. I'm gonna go back and work, and I'll see you both later, okay?
You don't have to do everything today. You work too hard.
Yeah, well, I promise I won't.
What's wrong? You seeing the future?
No. Just had a very strange sensation.
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. What are your sins?
That Adriana is so beautiful.
She's still asleep?
Mm-hmm, and Chip's napping too.
I can't believe this. Rick should have been back by now.
He didn't have a time frame on this, and maybe he just ran into a little problem.
I knew it. I knew I should have gone with him. Eden, come on.
You cannot do this to yourself.
What, Cruz is locked up in a castle? I mean, I can't believe this. I just can't.
You can't panic either.
I am frustrated.
I know. And we will find him.
Yeah. So, why don't you tell me about this security leak at the company?
No, we don't need to discuss it.
No,
now.
come on, come on. Let's talk about something. Give me the rundown.
It's okay. We're fine. Everything's going to be doing fine.
What, are you sure? You seem pretty upset.
I was. I felt like I had done something wrong.
Well, it happens.
It comes at you so quickly. Is it always so overwhelming?
Actually, it's usually worse.
Well, you're some comfort. Anyway, Mason's taking care of everything, and you don't need to worry about Capital Enterprise.
Oh, right. I could just start worrying about Rick.
Eden.
No, if he's not back in 5 minutes, I'm going after him.
I'm sure he's pulling out all stops to get us what we need.
Well, we killed that one off.
But you didn't get any more.
I'm fine.
Are you sure? I've got this bottle that I've been saving at my place for a special occasion. We could go there.
I don't know.
Well, it's only a few blocks away.
You're a very beautiful woman, Sarita, but I try not to mix business with pleasure.
Well, maybe you should make an exception.
You're making this very hard, aren't you? I'm very tempted.
Well, what's stopping you?
First, I have some telephone calls to make.
All right. Well, then I'll be expecting you.
I won't be long.
Good. I'll leave the door unlocked.
You forgot this.
No, I didn't. My address is on the front. How else were you going to find me?
I would have found you.
Well, bring it with you when you come. You wanted to look at it some more anyway, didn't you?
Yes.
I'll be waiting.
Right. Cruz, hang on, because we are on our way.
Will you please stop following me around?
Not until we have a deal.
I told you, I do not want to make a deal with you.
Come on. I don't have to be a psychic to know you're not telling the Capitals about their troubles in their company out of the goodness of your heart.
You don't know anything about my motives.
No, the Capitals have never done you any favors. I know they've turned down your generous offer of help. And I know that I can throw some big bucks in your direction. So let's cut to the chase and team up.
What is this team-up business? I am the one with the psychic ability. Do you have any idea how emotionally draining it is to have these images?
Well, I'm sorry if it's emotionally draining. I mean, my heart goes out to you, but name your price.
Why is it you're so anxious to get involved?
Because no one knows the Capitals better than I do. Which means that no one knows how to get to them better than I do, how to exploit them. That's what you have to do with these people, exploit their weaknesses. Think of how good you're going to feel when you can get back at the Capitals for the way they've treated you.
You may as well save your breath, Gina.
I don't get it.
I can't trust you. I would be a fool to get involved with you in any kind of a scheme. Excuse me.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm just sort of surprised to see you here.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing about you.
Just because I'm not a priest anymore doesn't mean I don't practice my faith. But you were never a regular churchgoer. Never went to confession. Is everything all right?
Come on, I didn't come here to be interrogated, Michael.
I'm sorry. I'm just concerned about you, okay?
Okay.
seem so tense the last couple of days. I hope nothing's wrong.
No. Nothing's really wrong. It's just that, I guess just being pregnant has kind of changed my perspective on a few things.
Oh, it certainly rounded it out.
I know. That's been the easy part. You know, I knew that having a baby was going to affect me, but I never realized it was going to touch every little aspect of my entire life.
You don't regret your decision to go through with it?
No, I don't regret my decision at all. I think it's just the thought of all this, responsibility is kind of weighing a little heavy. You know, I guess I'm just looking for a little guidance for the future.
Who isn't?
Did you find any in there just now?
No. Just a lot of questions.
Well, maybe the trick, Michael, is to stop looking. You know, maybe we'd be better off not knowing.
It's too late for that.
These things are always so complicated.
Oh, we got this thing upside down. No, this is the way it's supposed to be.
If there are secret rooms in this place, how are we supposed to find
The
them?
guy is a magician. I mean, he calls himself Mephisto. Of course there's going to be secret rooms.
Well, where are they?
How secret would they be if they were laid out on the architect's blueprints for anyone to see, Kelly?
You have a point. Then why did you go to this song and dance to get this thing anyway?
Because they are probably disguised here someplace as something else.
Oh. How did you get these anyway? Architects don't just give these things away for anybody to see.
Ms. Figueroa was most cooperative.
I'll bet.
What are you implying, Miss Capwell, that I was anything less than a perfect gentleman, huh? All I said to her was I was very impressed with her work and I wanted to study it more closely.
You like close study when it's concerning women, don't you?
Depends on the woman.
Do you ever draw the line?
Right now, my brother and my father are in trouble. I'll do what I have to help them.
Got one. Found one of the gift shot down.
Yeah.
I don't know what good it's going to do. We're not architects.
It will. It has to. Where was the spot? Here it was.
I don't know where it is.
Right here. Right here. Look. See?
What?
Check it out. Who puts a wall 14 by 16 in a house, much less a castle?
Why didn't we see that?
Well, it looks like a secret room, and it looks like there's a corridor right there. It just leads right to it.
Yeah, you know, she's right, and I have an excellent idea how we can get back in.
No. We are going to do it my way this time.
You know, Eden, you're sounding more like Cruz every day.
Good. And I think it's about time you made that call.
Call? What are you talking about? What call? Are you guys going to tell me what's going on here or what?
You'll find out soon enough. The number's by the phone.
Yes. Hi. Dr. Mephisto. Yes, hi. I'm calling about the ad for your magician's assistant.
I can't believe you showed up at that restaurant today.
Why shouldn't I?
Because Mason and Julia were there.
Mason Capwell wouldn't know me if I walked up and bit him on the nose.
That may be true, but there was a psychic there who was trying to tell Mason all about you. What more am I supposed to find out about Mason?
Well, we know about his weakness for alcohol. Now, if he should start drinking again, he's going to lose control. You and I both know how important control is. That's why I never drink. It's probably why you never drink too, right?
Right, but I just...
Think about it, Lisa. What makes Mason Capwell start drinking again? And what makes him lose control? Find out and make it happen.
What are you doing here?
I came to confess.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll leave you alone.
No, Michael, I came to confess to you.
me. Is that Dr. Mephisto? Thanks. I'm sorry I'm late, Dr. Mephisto. I'm Kelly Conrad. I spoke to you earlier about being your assistant. Dr. Mephisto? Sir?
I've been expecting you. Welcome to my home.
Tonight, after Unsolved Mysteries, all rise for Night Court. The courtroom becomes a kinder, gentler place when Roz falls head over gunbutt in love with a prisoner. And Night Court's Bull Shannon moonlights as a bodyguard on My Two Dads, making it 1 hour of pure bull. Followed by an all-new lost episode of Miami Vice, as a superhero appears to help Crockett and Tubbs rid the city of drugs and crime. Tonight, only on NBC.